Hello, and welcome to our weekly update of the to harvest or not to harvest bins. I just removed the lids, and let's see what's going on in here. So this is the not to harvest bin, and this is where we fed. Might as well go straight to it. So here the food is gone, and what's left is the bedding. And I'm seeing a lot of babies. Focus for me? No. So a lot of castings here. Normally, of course, I would have harvested this bin. But since our experiment is not harvesting, we're letting it go. But I am turning everything over to aerate the bin. And it took us about 6 months to get to the point of harvesting. Of course, because the worms have multiplied so much, it's not going to take us that long this time. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but definitely not that long. Probably half that time, maybe 3 months, we'll be ready to harvest again. And this bin feels really good. Even though I've been putting moist paper, moist bedding in here, it still feels nice, and you can see nice and flaky. But if I just gently squeeze, it stays together. So really, really nice castings. Okay, I'm going to feed this. Oh my God, look at this guy, tiny. I'm going to feed this bin, and then we'll go to the harvested bin. I have all my food measured out here, the dry, the kitchen scraps, and the moist bedding. And then I have a little cap full of eggshell. That way I don't have to measure it. It's exactly the same for both. So let's lay down our dry bedding first. And now we have our kitchen scraps. They like their fruit, I can tell you that. So now we're going to add, I have a cap full. Eggshell, perfect. And now I have the moist bedding. We'll go right on top. This way, they always have bedding, which is a concern of mine when the castings get to be too much in the bin. If I'm not harvesting, This way they will always have fresh bedding, both dry and moist. And I think this works really well. Okay, so this bin is done. So let's go over to the, to the harvested bin. Of course, we have a lot less material in here. They're destroying the cardboard. All of this is castings. A little worm ball here. Always enjoy, always enjoy those worm balls. That's where all the juices were from the food. So they're loving it. Oh yeah. And it's a nightmare getting them off my gloves. But we're going to turn this over. And the bedding here is not as much as it is in the other bin, and that's why it's always nice to be able to add more bedding so they are comfortable. Ooh. A lot of babies, a lot. This really slows me down. I'm trying to get them all off my gloves. Okay, so same thing, we're going to lay down our dry bedding. Then we're going to add our kitchen waste. Spread it all up over here. Then we're going to put a cap full of eggshell. And cover it up with moist bedding. And just like that, we have a lot more bedding in the bin, both dry and moist. I'm going to cover this up here so we know that we fed there, although I think I'll remember, but you never know. And then this, my goodness gracious, you guys. I mean, just look at how juicy they are. Big and healthy. And these are red wigglers. I think they look better than my European night crawlers. Okay. No, maybe I'll cover it up just a little bit. And that is it. I'm checking my gloves and we are done here. This bin is also all fed up and it's looking good. And the worms are thriving. So we are done for this week. And thanks for joining me.